This is a bike that you don't get to see every day. It's a rowing bicycle that's powered by reciprocating motion with your arms and your legs rather than pedaling. The customer in Denmark shipped us this awesome bike almost as an electrification challenge. No existing front, rear, or mid-drive motor would work on his platform, but he wondered if our new all-axle Grin hub could be the missing ticket. It took a bit of custom machining, but we pulled it off, and that was just the start of the fun with this project. I'm going to dive into some more technical details about all the fascinating aspects that make this machine work. Push with your legs, pull with your arms, and you can see that that pulls the rope back and forth along the spiral on the rear wheel driving the bike. So here I've got it set up so I'm in a relatively easy gear. I'm in a large effective chainring on the back. If I wanted to switch this over into a harder gear, so I'm going faster on the flats, as I'm rowing the bicycle, what I want to do is take up extra slack on the rope. So I push my shift lever, then when I roll back, you can see that this now spirals rather than stay straight, and it's wrapping up extra rope from the transmission. Now as you look, you notice that the string is in a smaller set of gears on the rear side. So here he's got the busy handlebars of this rowing bicycle. It's almost like a cockpit with all the controls I've got. On the right hand side I've got a little thumb throttle. This is useful to get the bike up to speed when you're just at a standstill. On the left here I've got my aux input controls for the version 3.1 Cycle Analyst. The knob at the top here, this is controlling my pedal assist power. It goes from 0 up to 1000 watts. So that's the power as I'm rowing from the pedal assist control. I've also got a set of digi-aux buttons just under it. This here is controlling the speed limit of the bike. So when I'm on longer distance trips, it's really nice just to set a speed you want to travel at, say 36 kilometers an hour. Then it'll automatically scale the power from 0 up to the maximum that I've dialed in here in order to maintain that speed threshold. It'll also keep that speed going downhill. So if I'm going downhill and just want to govern at 30 kilometers an hour, it'll automatically go into regen and do a steady descent without me squeezing the brakes all the time. Speaking about the brakes, I've got Magura hydraulic e-brakes on both the left and the right. So at any point you can squeeze the brakes for mechanical engagement, and then I can use the throttle to increase or decrease the amount of braking force that I get on a downhill climb. So in this pedal assist magnet sensor configuration, the ring is rocking back and forth. It's not continuously rotating in the same direction, and that wouldn't work with the normal pedal assist firmware that we had on the version 3 Cycle Analyst. So in the 3.1 release, we made a custom variant for the pedal sensor type called a row bike, and that's intended for sensors that alternately go forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. In this row bike mode, instead of the display showing your RPM, it's now showing your strokes per minute. How often does the direction reverse in your pedal sensor pick up? This should work with just about any cadence sensor that has forwards and reverse signal sensing. So the bags that we got and installed just under the seat here can hold up to 10 LIGOs each. So with one on the left, one on the right, that's 20 LIGOs, just about 2 kilowatt hours of capacity. That's on the order of 450 to 500 kilometers of range at the consumption that this thing typically uses. Hey.